Kama kawa king of the street, back in the street, doing what we always do best. Manze, kumbuka kusubscribe, like, share, comment, hashtag ni road to 4K subscribers. Manze, by the way, to our returning subscribers, feel at home. God bless you so much. To our new subscribers, maybe you've never seen this channel anywhere, welcome home. This is where we share great content. This is where we share great wisdom as youths of this country. Always share anything, let's say business wise, growth wise, stories that will make you grow day in, day out. So feel much appreciated as you join us. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and if you feel that this story has touched you in one way or the other, make sure you share with your friends. Waambie wakuja washuhudie manze, greatness iki happen hapa. So let's say manze, but they have been listening to one great man in this country called PLO Lumumba, and he was talking about a story about the death of Alexander the Great. When this man died, he ordered his people that when he died, his hands should be spread wide and his coffin should be as big as possible, and the path to going to his graveyard, his jewelry should be placed there, money and everything, and his casket was to be carried by his physician, just to insinuate that his hands being spread wide means in the world we came with nothing, and off we live with nothing. His body being carried by physicians also meant that even on your deathbed, no physician can rescue your life, but only God. I went even furthermore to research about the most humble or the poorest president in the world. The most poorest president in the world came from Uruguay, and he ruled Uruguay. That's the year 2010 to 2015. This man defines poor, being poor as, he defines a poor person as a person who is not all about a person who lacks material possession, but someone who acquires wealth and more wealth through greed. Then to him, that's a poor person. Person who acquires more wealth through greed. It's an African concept of everything. But specifically, I'll be talking about Kenya. Our leaders goes around every time saying they're aware that 5,000 youths, not even 5,000, sorry, 5 million youths are jobless. This country of ours, we have 62 universities, inclusive of both private and public. We have almost 5,000 graduates from each university in different courses every year. Let's say 5,000 from every university times 62. That's a good number of graduates graduating every year. When you went to university, you are told such and such a course is marketable. But now reality hits you the time when you come to the outside world looking for attachment. That's where the first reality hits you. So like, even attachment is not even being paid anything, but no one wants you to get the experience in their company. You're only given tea, not even fare to go to your place. But now even getting the position of being one of their staffs, as you acquire some experience as an attaché, becomes a problem. Who do you know? Some of us, as I always say, we don't have godfathers, we only have God the Father. So in this country of ours, there's this state that is going on, and I'm very embarrassed with it, because youths are being used to picket in the streets. I don't like talking about politics, but now it has reached a point where, because I like educating the youths about financial discipline, about business ideas, about how to become successful. But now it has reached a point where I always see youths going to demonstrations, because they're jobless, by the way. They don't have a job, because I believe if you have a job, you can't leave your workplace to go to streets to demonstrate or to picket. What I can say is, yes, the cost of living is high. Cost of living is unbearable in this country at the moment. But now what we're supposed to do is, let's find out a solution. I always believe it's a solution. Going to the streets, vandalizing people's businesses and shops doesn't bring the cost of living down. It doesn't. Don't take sides when I talk about this. We have our leaders, and I believe a leader, according to PLO Lumumba, a leader is someone who has a commanding voice and influence. What I can say is, both leaders, be it Raila Odinga, be it our President William Ruto, both of them have following, regardless of their sides. What they're supposed to do is have a dialogue, but not a handshake. A dialogue, but not a handshake, and discuss the way forward, where this country can go. Believe in one thing: we've used over 60 years to build this country, but you can bring the same country down within a day. And our 60 years will have gone to waste. But what are we supposed to do? Routing in the streets, attacking policemen. Bear in mind, that policeman is someone's son.
Hatutaki maandamano, kushia tunataka amani.
Thrown to that policeman isn't fair at all. For example, put yourself in his shoe. You're now a policeman, given the role to protect people, and they're using stones against you. I don't tell them to hit anyone with a bullet. What I'm trying to say is, there's a way of solving issue. There's a way of solving problems in this African continent. And I've never believed that violence should be part of problem solving. What I believe is conflict resolution starts from within, starts from you. And I'll tell you one thing: politician will come, lure you with some money, some shillings, like 300 or 400 shillings. Use your influence, use his influence to convince you to go to the street to demonstrate. At the end of the day, when a bullet finds you, God forbid, you lose your life, your family, your kids, your wife, are the ones who will be affected by your death. No politician will come to you even your funeral, because they assume you're fighting for your country, of which you are not. So what I always say, before you get to the streets to fight, before you get to the street to fight for someone, always make sure you're making that decision, which is very much informed. Never fight for a politician. He's not your God. He's not your God. Do what is right for you, and never find yourself in the wrong side of the law, because when you find yourself in the wrong side of the law, of course, the law will take its course. Trust me, you'll suffer in jail. No one will come to your rescue. You'll end up regretting losing your maybe 20 or 30 years in prison, which you could have used to do something. It's right, and it's your democratic right according to Article 37 for you to picket in the street. But they always say, let it be peaceful demonstration. Peaceful demonstration means no throwing stones, no vandalizing people's shops and everything. Just going to the street, air your grievances out. The government has ears. That's what I believe, according to a layman's language, and according to a layman's understanding. Government should hear you cry. It's your right. You're the one who elected those leaders into those offices. And Article 1 of our Constitution, the sovereign power It's always said sovereign power belongs to the people. And if it's belongs to the people, you have the right, and there's a correct channel to remove the sitting government from office. But having said it's through signature collection. Go through the parliament, both Senate, main parliament. If it goes through, the president will be impeached. Let me tell you something, when things goes bad in this country, the way every politician doesn't even listen and care to you, they're unleashing words which are hateful to each other, not wanting to hear even the religious leaders talking about them, we're the ones who will suffer. And when I say we're the ones who will suffer, basically I'm trying to mean the US will come pick Uhuru Kenyatta and his family, a former president, Raila Odinga, a former prime minister, Kalonzo Musyoka, William Samoei Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua, all of them with their families, and they'll be taken to US. Now, KDF will remain to be in control of the government. Bad things will happen to your families, let me not even say. Sorry to say, raping might take place even, because they have the guns in their hands. No one will protect you, by the way. So people will die, gunshots will be all over. As a country, we built this country for 60 years. And as a person, I would urge most of the youths listening to me, please and I beg you, don't go to the street to throw stones. Just go to the streets, demonstrate peacefully. After that, take the back seat, go back home. I believe the cost of living is high, taxes are high, but everything, with the time, everything will come to normal and life will go on. Don't go throw stones to police officers. Maandamano isn't a good thing. Wait, by the way, last week, people lost their lives. Shops were vandalized, people lost their properties and everything. Now when the government says business community to start protecting their items and their properties, it would be bad. And as a country, we won't want to go through that direction. Let's maintain peace as we've always been. Don't look at someone and you start like asking them, which tribe are you? This country we built it regardless of your tribe, regardless of where you come from, regardless of your political ideologies. Let's maintain peace. Let's be peaceful. Let's do everything as grown-ups, and everything will be successful as a country. I love you so much. May God keep on blessing you. May God keep on opening your financial doors and everything. I love you so much. Continue subscribing, continue showing me more love. And sometimes when I make mistakes, creating some contents, don't troll me. Take a chance. Inbox me. I think there's my number on that channel. Talk to me. I'm here to learn from you also. I'm not a Mr. Know-it-all. I'm just a person who makes mistakes like you. So keep on subscribing, keep on correcting me. Let's make us a staunch family to get this one. I love you, I love you, I love you. Peace.